starting out the video, I want to say a special thank you to our 3 members of the channel, as well as everyone that went and followed my Instagram. I am going to be posting like daily like IRL content on there, just kind of things that I'm up to. The only drawback, or the only like wait, is I'm kind of waiting for the following to get a little bigger, and I need to get pictures for it. I never really used Instagram, as you can tell looking at it, it's just blank. But going into today's video, I'm really happy that my video yesterday, just kind of talking about, you know, my life, what I'm going through, keeping it real, so to speak, spoke to so many people. It's more than I can ask for. It's everything, really. To know that, like, I made people rethink things about themselves, about their life. I made them challenge their thoughts. You want to be better. Want to do better for themselves, for the people in their lives. That was a really good moment. That was a really great thing to wake up to. I've always found it so fascinating how you can have people from all over the world, all different upbringings, different lives, you know, different religion, different culture, everything, and you're all still, like, we're all still connected through our emotions, through our shared experiences. So many people were talking about how they were relating to what I was saying, even though I thought that a lot of those were like unique experiences. You know, it's so easy to feel like you're alone with your thoughts or your feelings, that nobody understands what you're getting through, until you take that step to open up and maybe ask for help, and you realize that so many people have been through it too. It's like taking a weight off your shoulders. Okay, I'm getting pieced up. Urgh. I know lately, in the past couple months or so, I've felt, I wouldn't say that I felt alone. Maybe the right term would be inadequate. I don't feel like I'm good enough for, like, it's imposter syndrome. I don't feel like I've earned my degree. I don't feel like I've earned my keep in my company. I don't feel like I deserve to have this large of a following on YouTube. And a helpful piece of advice that actually a family member had given me when I, you know, talked to him about it and just kind of expressed how I was feeling, is that he didn't ask why I felt like I didn't deserve it. To him, he said that doesn't really matter. He asked if I wanted it. Did I want to, you know, do I want to have the degree? Do I want to have, like, the corner office to be high up in my job? Do I want to be, like, big on YouTube and put myself out there? Obviously, the answer was yes. You know, of course I do. Of course I want to be successful. He told me that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you think you deserve something. It doesn't matter if people are telling you that maybe you haven't put in the work like we have. All that matters is, do you want it? Do you want this? And if you do, take it. And I've been trying to live by that, I guess, philosophy. Oh, well, I'm Debs now. And it's been helpful. It's helped me in those moments where I'm a manager and I'm in charge of people much older than me, much more experienced than me. Or people my own age, too. And it's like, who am I, you know? Who am I to tell these people what to do? They have way more experience than me, or I'm just the same age as them. We have just as much in common. But then I remembered that I did work hard for this. And more importantly, I want this. I want to be the one in charge. I want the responsibility. I want the money. I want the prestige of it. And that's what matters most. A lot of people were commenting also. I saw these a few talking about, you know, I get how you feel, but you just have to let go of your ex. It's, you know, it's not worth it. You know, it's best to move on. Dude, believe me, man. If I could, I would. I've been trying for a while, man. I'm not going through this intentionally. That is, it's not the goal here. That was not the plan, to be stuck on her this long. I got a few hate comments, but, like, I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. There was one DM that I got specifically, and I'm not gonna say their name or anything. I'm not gonna go into detail about the things that they shared with me, just to respect their own privacy. But to put it shortly, they had gone through so much in their life. A lot of bad things had happened to them. And they admit that they, at some point, stopped caring about doing what's right. They stopped caring about, doing the right thing or maintaining your integrity. They had felt that so much bad has happened to me. So many unfortunate things. I've lost and lost and lost. Even when I try to be the good guy, I still lose. Even when I try to do the right thing, I lose to the person that doesn't care who they hurt. It doesn't care what they do. And that really spoke to me, because I've been there. I've been that person where things just, they never seem to go your way. And at some point you just say, forget it. Forget everybody. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to do what furthers my interests, and I don't care who I hurt. I don't care about the broken mess I leave behind, as long as I'm the one who's winning. And that, it feels good at first. You feel almost empowered. Like nothing can stop me because there's nothing holding me back. But after a while, you kind of have to sit there and just live with the things you've done. You can distract yourself by going out, doing whatever you want, saying whatever you want, just being really... You put on this persona that you can't be touched, that you're the man and nothing can hurt you and you just got everything figured out. But you don't really you aren't kept up at night thinking about all the great things you did. You don't stay rolling around restless thinking about, oh man, I did this and that, I'm so great, I accomplished this, I got that, I got with a girl, I'm talking to multiple girls right now, they don't even know I'm the man. That's not what you lay in bed thinking about. What keeps you up at night, tossing and turning, are the things you did to get to that point. Thinking about the people you hurt. Because what always happens is when you get into that mindset of, I've been hurt so much, I don't care about anyone else. I'm just going to get it for myself. You start to hurt people, and you know what that feels like. You know how it feels to be the person that got burned by someone who seemingly doesn't care. You know how it feels when it seems like someone just used you and threw you out. So you have to sit there with it, and you lay there at night, and you're like, Jesus, I've lost myself. What have I done? Was it worth it? I don't even know. I don't recognize myself anymore. And if you find that resonating with you, if you feel as though you've been in that situation or you're moving into being that person, I want to start by saying it's okay. I try not to classify people as good or bad people because it's almost impossible to. Good people do bad things all the time, and bad people do good things just as often. It's gray. Nothing is just cut and dry like that. It's much more nuanced. And I want you to know that it's okay. If you found yourself acting in a way that you never thought you would, doing things you said you never would, hanging out with people you never thought you'd talk to. Things happen in life. But what's important to remember is that you are not defined by the bad things that happen to you. You are much, much more than the shitty things that have happened to you. You aren't defined by the bad things you've done either. It's okay to take a beating and to feel like there's no point and to give up. It's okay to sort of lose yourself. What's not okay is to stay that way. Because you can always get back up. You can always do better. So for that person that shared that story with me, I want you to know there's hope. You're more than the things that have happened to you. You're more than the unfortunate circumstances that you've sort of been born into. Write down on a piece of paper the traits of the person you would most want to be. How do they talk? How do they dress? What are they like? Do they live with integrity? Are they honest? Describe the person that you most would want to be. Or the person that you look up to the most. And then be that person. Take it one day at a time. One thing at a time. It could take years. Decades. I've been working on myself for years and I still feel that I have a long way to go. But it takes a whole lifetime to learn how to live. Okay? No one's in a rush. It might seem like people have got it figured out. I'll tell you, most of us don't. From the outside looking in, I'm quote-unquote much further along than my peers. Finishing my education, I'm gonna get my bachelor's. I already have 2 associates. I have my career. I've been living on my own for years, on my own car. Like, on paper, I'm much further along than other people. But I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm behind other people. So just focus on you. Focus on doing the best you can do. And with that, I'm gonna cut the video there. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Peace out.